Hello and welcome to the most anticipated edition of Junior President. Our call for auditions are finally here, and we're looking for 12 young people who have what it takes to be the country's future president. I've got a number of them lined up here, and they're just about to step into the audition. The question is, do they have what it takes to be this country's future president? I'll talk to a few of them just before they step into the audition room and find out if at all they have what it takes to be our president. I've got one right here. How are you doing?
I'm okay, and you?
Are you confident? Are you ready for the audition?
I'm very much ready because I'm prepared.
Okay, he says he's prepared. We've got another young lady over here. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm very fine. Ready for the audition?
Very much ready.
What makes you so confident?
I think I've got the zeal and I can do it at this stage. Reaching this stage was really good, and I think I have the capacity to do that.
Okay, my brother over here, do you have what it takes? I see a nice little congratulations on that one.
Thank you. I think I'm very ready now.
You're very ready now?
Yes.
Okay, so most of them are saying that they are very ready, but the question is, will the judges believe their readiness, or maybe they'll put a question mark on their aspirations? After this, we take a look at our first candidate to be auditioned.
The purpose of this program is to help the young generation, especially the youth, to start taking an interest in the government issues. By so, we're trying to see how well versed they are in the matters of national governance. A number of cross-cutting questions will be asked to would-be participants so that we see who are truly motivated or geared to take a political career as a way of life.
The children, our kids, the leaders of tomorrow and the citizens of tomorrow must have proper preparation for governance work, and they are very people have various aspirations. Young people have various aspirations. Not everyone, as has been said, is to be a leader in a political sense, but those that do aspire must be prepared for it so that we can have a high chance of having high quality and effective leaders in the future.
What is true and what is obvious is that Zambia is looking for leadership, a leadership with direction, a leadership they know will give them a solid future. Looking for young people with a totally different attitude, young people who are independent, young people with a positive attitude towards life, no matter what life hits them with. But I think what is key in all this is that young people, in fact everybody, should be coming from a very, very solid foundation. Families need to produce young people who will be able to project a positive attitude towards life. But if those values are not embedded in these young people from the family which is the smallest community, then what we'll be seeing in society is something completely different. Today in Zambia, you often hear sentiments like Zambians are lazy, Zambians always want things for free, and Zambians have this dependency syndrome. This is exactly a reflection of the kind of families that we're all coming from. So I think for me, there needs to be a solid base in the family. Guardians, parents need to embed into the children's minds the values of life. And these values of life are simple. It's about caring for other people, knowing that education is key if anyone has to succeed in life.
Okay, so just like we did promise, we're here just centimeters away from the audition room. Our first presidential candidate, his name is Terrence. Terrence, you're here now. How is the feeling?
The feeling is okay because, as I said, I'm prepared for this.
You're prepared for this?
Yes.
What should we look forward to as we interview you?
I am the best president for the country, so the best is yet to come from me.
Or the best you can go through.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
I'm okay.
Why do you think you can be president?
Okay, the main reason why I think I can be the president, as we all know, Zambia needs a leader who is young, a leader who's got that brain for the future. Because I need to develop Zambia for it to be a better Zambia for tomorrow's future. Yes.
You have just won the ambassador to China. What advice do you have for him or her?
Okay, the best advice I can give to the ambassador is that as he leads the country, let him or her lead the country in the best way that we need. Because as we all know, Zambia is still developing and not yet a developed country. And for it to develop, it needs a best leader who is going to manage this country. Yes, that's the best advice I can give.
Okay, I've got questions 1 up to 17, so it's really take your pick. I don't know which one you would like to answer. You can pick from 1 up to 17.
7.
7. You have just received a call informing you that some ministers have been stealing money. Tell the Vice President what you think should be done. Would you like me to repeat that?
I will appreciate.
You have just received a call informing you that some ministers have been stealing money. Tell the Vice President what you think should be done.
Good morning, sir. This is President Terrence speaking to you. I've just received a call from one of the ministers to say there are other ministers, and that's the Defense Minister and the Minister of Home Affairs. They've been stealing money. And so what you need to do now is just let them come to me and I'll see what I'll do. Because as we all know, our main aim as this government is to fight corruption in this country. So I'll appreciate if you do otherwise. Thank you.
By the way, we actually didn't know you. So in a few seconds, who are you?
Okay, my name is President Terrence Mwinga, a grade 12 pupil of Munali Boys Secondary School. And I'm also the debate president of Munali Boys. I am 17 years of age with the aim of being a lawyer or study law in this country, because my main aim is to fight the injustice that is in this country. Yes.
Terrence, you're a very confident young man, so I'm hoping this is the path that you will walk on for the rest of your life, because confidence really is everything, and anything else comes after that. So I think it's a yes from me.
Thank you.
You seem to have answered the question of an ambassador in a reverse. You were not advising your ambassador what that ambassador should do for the country when is in that country of accreditation. For example, what role will that ambassador play when in China? What is it that Zambia should get from China? And when you look at it, we feel you need to polish up on that one.
Okay, thank you.
On the question of corruption, there's stealing and there's corruption.
Yes.
These are two distinct acts.
Right.
Both are criminal, but stealing and corruption are not the same.
Yes.
So you must differentiate.
Okay.
President,
Yes.
to give you confidence for the future, we'll let you go to the next round.
I think that you do have some confidence, and if you can pull up some more and be more specific in terms of how you approach the questions or the issues presented to you as president,
Yes.
you would do well. So it's a no for me for the moment.
It's just not isn't it?
There are 2 years for you and 1 no for you.
Okay.
meaning you are 67.4%. So you pull through to the next round.
Thank you very much. I'll do as you said. I'll follow what you've told me. It's interesting. You have failed to respond to the question. I've gotten the advice that the judges have given me, and since I've gone to the next round, I'll work on that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's time for our second presidential candidate to go through and find out if at all she has what it takes to be the next president. I'm joined by Ruth. Ruth, how are you this day?
I'm fine, thank you.
Ruth, you don't sound so confident. What are you looking forward to in the interview?
Doing my best and just having fun.
Having fun.
Yes.
All the best, Ruth. We can go through.
Hi, Ruth, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And how are you?
Fine, thanks. Just tell us a bit more about yourself.
I'm Ruth. I basically love people, finding out new places. I think I'm a very confident person. I love discovering things, going through new endeavors of the world. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think you can be president?
I think I have what it takes. I have the capacity of being president.
You've just sworn in the ambassador to China. What advice do you have for him?
To put our country into best interest with China, to make sure that we are in a good relationship with China in terms of trade. Yeah.
You have questions 1 to 17. Which number would you want to pick? From 1 up to 17, number 1. Madam President, please say something on the bad roads in the country and what you do about it.
Well, I think we'll have to invest and invite more investors to invest in our road development projects. Yes, so that we can have more roads even in rural areas.
Still digesting?
Yeah. Yes, I can see that you're very confident. I wondered what you meant by having capacity to be president. That would have done if it was elaborated more. Yeah, so I think you can do better.
Thank you.
Is that a yes? Is that a no?
It's a no.
I think for me, I'm not putting you on the spot or anything. You need to come out more and really explain how you'd be able to carry out some of these projects, and just to elaborate on what you really want to do. The confidence you have, and I think for me that's really key. So I will give you a yes. I'll let you get away with it now.
Thank you.
You have the poise, but you need to be more assertive. You need to come out on the subject of discussion. Why do you think roads are going to impact on the economy of the country, and what will that do to help the country move forward? That should be the situation. You came out well on the newly sworn-in ambassador that we have just made, on the what that ambassador should do for the country. That was good.
Thank you.
I think in the interest of gender, you'll go forward.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you think about what the judges said?
I think they were right because I was quite nervous.
You're quite nervous. Did you come alone today?
No, I came with my mom.
You come with your mom. Okay, can we meet the mom, please? The mom is just right there. Okay, so there's your mom. What would you like to say? Please come through. Please come through. Okay. So your daughter's qualified. She's coming through for the next round. You watched her performance. How do you think it was?
It was good.
What did you like about it?
The confidence in her.
Has she always been like this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Could you tell us a bit about yourself?
First of all, in honor of me introducing to you, I'd like to thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to acknowledge you. My name is Richard Jerry, and I'm here to stand as a junior president.
Mr. Jerry, sir, what do you think you can be president?
Because I've got a lot to change in this country, because if we look at the economy, our economy is poor. Even the education system, it's poor. And I have good ideas on how we can improve the economy and the education sector.
But what kind of ideas, before I ask the second question?
For example, in the education sector, I will introduce where a system where practical subjects will be mandatory at primary level. This will help the teachers to discover the talents and the skills which the students possess, and help them develop and learn to use the skills which they possess. And also, when like a pupil gets into grade 10, they'll have a choice of choosing the subjects which they want to be doing for their career.
Okay. You look like you know what you're doing. You have just sworn in the ambassador to China. What advice do you have for him?
Excuse me?
You have just sworn in the ambassador to China. What advice do you have for him?
I can't understand the question.
In fact, you have received credentials from someone from China, a diplomat from China. You have received his credentials as president. What advice do you have for him?
To work hand in hand with our country so that we can move together.
I repeat the question for you. You are the president.
Yes.
You have appointed an ambassador who is going to work in China. What advice are you going to give to your ambassador?
They should, since China is a developed country, that ambassador should be like seeing the things which are in China. They look at the development and how they develop the things. Then they bring their ideas to our country, Zambia, so that we can also develop like China.
We have questions from number 1 up to number 17. Number 1 is gone. Number 7 is gone. But I think you can still answer. 1 up to 17. Pick up one question.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Yes.
You have just received a call informing you that some ministers have been stealing money. Tell the vice president what you think should be done.
The vice president, they should be the ministers who stole the money. They should be fired with immediate effect, because if they are left, they won't change. They continue doing the same. So they should be fired so that people learn their lesson.
Your judgment?
Yeah, you seem to know what to do. I just wonder whether there would be any disciplinary measures taken before the guys are fired, and what law would apply. So that's quite a harsh approach, but it shows that you are a tough president. I think that you get a yes from me.
Yes.
My answer is neither here nor there, because you already have got 67.4%. But you need to be more poised, more focused, and more assertive You are the beacon of hope. You are the first gentleman in the country, so we are all looking up to you. How you act, you are the best actor on the stage. So how you act, how you come out, how you project your voice matter to all of us. Wish you good luck.
Thank God that I made it.
So what do you want to do in the next round to make it better for yourself?
I'll research more and I'll prepare. Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so up next we do have a young gentleman named Tinashe. He's vying for presidency. Does he have what it takes to be the country's next president? Tinashe, how high is your confidence?
I'm very ready for this. My confidence is above my expectation. I know that I'm going to win this.
What kind of questions are you expecting?
Just about the government, if I was president, what I was going to do. And I know what I'm going to do.
You sound like a very confident man.
Yes, I know this.
All the best, Mr. President. You can go through.
We are foreigners. We would want to know who you are. What are your names?
Zambian. I was born in Botswana, but my parents are both Zambians. Yes.
Why do you think you can be a president?
I love Zambia very much. First of all, I was inspired by my father especially. He wanted to be a politician, but he's a pastor. I loved the way he talked to people. The way he loved Zambia also inspired me. If I was a president, I would really take Zambia. I would change the state of Zambia, the face of Zambia. I'll make Zambia different. I love Zambia. Economically, I'm going to bring more investors to Zambia to come and develop this country. Look at the time of Chiluba. In the time of Chiluba, the economy was very good. It was one of the best, if I can say. The time of Sata also, he brought development into our eyes. And I feel if I was a Zambian president, I would do that.
As president, you've just sworn in Zambia's ambassador to China. What advice would you give or would you have for him, this new ambassador you've just sworn in?
I would encourage him to bring more investors to develop our country, and it should be 50-50. You know, if you bring investors into your country, you need them to also help the Zambian people. You can't just come and invest and then you go the money. No, want them also come and develop here our country and also help the Zambian people, the youth there. We have a lot of youth here who are looking for jobs. If they come here, they should also come and bring that development to the Zambians. We should see that the government is working. If it's corruption, we'll fight corruption. If they're coming here just come and steal our money, we won't allow that. If I was president, with immediate effect, I would change the ambassador. I would encourage them to remove the ambassador. We don't want that. We want to develop Zambia. For how long? 50 years we're still waiting for development, roads. Where I'm staying there, I've grown up in the Bala South. I haven't seen tarmac. But if I go to Botswana, there where I was staying, areas, just small areas, even the villages, you can see tarmac. Why? We have more resources. So I would advise them, the ambassador of China, to come and bring development and work with Zambians. We work together. One Zambia, one nation. If we work together, everything is possible.
Very impressive, Tinashe. I have questions 1 up to 17. So I'll ask you to pick on one. Which number? Which number would you like to answer?
Give me 10.
10?
Yes.
Okay. What are you not happy about in the country, and what would you do about it? What are you not happy about here in Zambia, and what would you do about it?
We see the prices of mealie meal. It used to be something the time of MMD, but has gone up. My mother works hard just to find a 50 kwacha. Sometimes we won't even eat in Shima. The money it's too expensive. If I was the president, I would reduce that. We have a lot of maize in this country. The environment of Zambia, first of all. I was surprised. I was asking my friend that, would you like to come to Zambia with me for holiday? The way she looked at me, she was surprised. Zambia, that dirty place. If I was president, would improve the environment of Zambia. Would beautify Zambia. Look at South Africa. South Africa maybe they have more resources than us, but we have copper, we have gold, emeralds, we have so many resources. Let's utilize them as a government, as a president. The president is working very hard, and especially Edgar Lunga has encouraged me also to become a president. I like what he's doing. He's bringing more development. The ministers, you should know your minister. You can't just appoint a minister who you don't know. Maybe he's a person with too much corruption. You can't know that. So, if I was president, I would make sure this face of Zambia will change. We'll take Zambia to another level. Another 50 years of improvement. Tarmac everywhere. Wherever we're going, it should be beautiful. Would bring the development into the eyes of the Zambians. One, the Zambians said, no, this government is doing it, and also we're helping Zambians. It's not about just being the government, being the president. No, we need to support also other presidents.
How would you actually do that? How do you make Zambia clean, for example?
For example, let's talk of South Africa. How did they develop the country? At first, it was almost like Zambia, but worse. There was no infrastructure, there were no roads. They got investors from other countries to come and develop their country. If we look at
you need investors
Malaysia,
to clean
the environment.
Country. You need investors to clean you're going to get investors to clean the country.
Sometimes it's education. If we educate our Zambian people on how to do this. For example, if I come and teach you this, in the end you know it, you understand it, you know how to develop your country. The Zambians, you can even a source of employment. We can employ people just changing the face of Zambia, infrastructure, especially that. Because look at the compounds. There are so many compounds there, which are dead. If it rains, you find mud. There's water everywhere. But if you're president, what are you going to do with that? That's why I'm saying that if I was president, I would work on that first. I would bring investors to teach the people who know that. If Zambians don't know that, because maybe even in Zambians will encourage them to go to other places and see what they've done. For example, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Botswana, I even want to go to UK to see what they've done there. And since I've seen it, I also see there's a mistake here, and I'll work on that.
You seem to be very impressive and passionate future president. But you don't need an investor to come and clean your market, to come and sweep your streets. Surely that's why you've got the ministries, the services that we are going to provide to the people of Zambia. You put ministers there. Yes, you have a direction, but your direction needs to be reorganized, be rechanneled correctly. The questions that were coming, we are giving the example of South Africa. You can't compare yourself, Zambia, to South Africa. South Africa is a giant economy. When you do your research, you better do a better research. Zambia, yes, has resources, but it has more to do with our culture, the way we live, the way we want our country to be. So, the question of reducing price of minimum, you have not come out to tell us what mechanism are you going to deploy in order to bring down the prices of minimum. All those things as a president tell us, because just saying I'm going to reduce, you are going to be a dictator. This is a democratic society. Others will oppose your action. So how are you going to help us move in tandem, in harmony, without frictions in the country?
If we see in the time of MMD, the prices of meal were not like just like this. In the time of MMD, we found that meal maybe was 30 kwacha there, if I'm not mistaken. But why did it go up when of more maize? Isn't it maize which we used to get meal to make our maize meal? It's being exported to other countries. But here, us who produce it, we're buying it at a higher price. Is it the government, or is it the leadership? We don't know. But what I'm saying is, I know if I was president, I would look at this problem. Why is it like this? Why is the meal going up when it was low? It must be the government, or it's the leadership. We don't know. But if we work together as Zambians, one Zambia, one nation, we can do this. It's a very simple task.
You're very passionate. You've got what it takes. You are lacking on the how. The understanding of the economics in maize needs to go deeper. because it's related to many factors, including transport and fuel and so on and so forth, and the way the country, the geopolitical situation of the country. So I like your passion. I would like you to be a bit more methodical about the problems, defining the problems, and how to actually deal with them. So it's a no for me for now. So you can do more work.
For me, I was hoping you could actually be more elaborate, just as Victor has said. I think for me, you needed to be specific. I think you know that Zambia is a developing nation and the priority areas are many, but you cannot fix everything in one day. So how I wish you had picked on one subject and elaborated, given us the nitty-gritties on how you would work around those problems if you're elected president of this country. So I think for me, you need to go back to the drawing board. You have the passion, and I think that's the right direction to go. You need to stay on that path, but you just need to be more elaborate and get all your facts right and how you'd go about solving some of these problems. So for now, it's a no.
Be resourceful, ask pertinent questions to your mentors when preparing for this very serious assignment. Leading a nation is a challenge. It's not as simple as you may put it to say. It's very, very simple. No, it's not very, very simple. There are a lot of factors that are taken into account in arriving at certain decisions. No president takes pleasure in seeing his or our own people suffer, either economically, socially, politically. We all take keen interest in ensuring that the society is peaceful so that we can develop. There's a lot of work you should do. Go back and do some research on this subject.
Thank you.
So confident, apparently things didn't go your direction. What happened in there?
The points I never gathered properly, but where there's a will, there's a way. Next time I'll do my best.
All the best.
Thank you.
Get a life, get a gig with Zamtel's new permanent bundle. You heard right, your internet dreams have come true. For only 49 kwacha, you get 7 days of 1 gigabyte data. Internet heaven is now permanent and is here to stay for G. 49 kwacha for 1 gigabyte all week to download, upload, connect, update, share, stream, broadcast, and just, well, internet. All day, every day for 7 days. So what are you waiting for? Get a life, get a gig today. Zamtel. Live life today.
Okay, so our previous candidate was actually the most confident, but he missed it a lot on the points. Will our next candidate, change the judges' mood, because that was our first candidate getting a no from all 3 judges. Our next is Joseph. Joseph Mulenga, welcome to Junior President.
Thank you for being here.
What makes you different from all the other candidates?
I strongly believe that dynamites come in small packages, and I'm one of those small packages. I'm going to make it.
You're going to make it?
Yes.
All the best, Joseph.
Thank you.
You can go through.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
Tell us your name.
First of all, I'd like to greet you all in the name of the Lord, and in the name of the Lord, I greet you all. My name is Joseph C. Mulenga. I'm 16 years old. I'm a person of good integrity. I'm a person of sober mind, and a person who stands on one thing and one thing only, that's eradicating poverty.
Joseph, why do you think you can be president?
I believe I've got the God-given knowledge and wisdom that is in me. I believe knowledge and wisdom is in me, that is supposed to be given to others, and that's the people. If the people have knowledge and wisdom, we can eradicate the poverty that I'm talking about. We're going to have a better nation, a better future, a better Zambia, that I am the right person who's going to be there to help the people. Yes.
Mr. President, you addressed us or greeted us in the name of the Lord. Which Lord?
I believe in Jehovah God. I'm a God-fearing person. Thank you.
Yeah. You've just sworn in the ambassador to China, Zambia's ambassador to China.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for him?
First of all, like I say, China is a great nation. China has got a better economy than Zambia. They are investing in our country, and yet they are benefiting more than we are doing. So I would like to tell the ambassador that as he goes there, not let them use him, but him working hand in hand with them, trying to get the knowledge and wisdom that they have to bring it in Zambia here, so that we can have a better Zambia, a better economy that's focusing like China. The way China is, that's how our nation should be. Not them using, they are moving forward with their economy, and yet we are lagging behind. That's not supposed to be happening.
Observations?
No, I'm listening to him, so I'm waiting to hear from you.
You seem to be clear on some issues, especially on the question of how we should relate, or how our ambassador should go and behave when he or she goes to China. Yes. That's very good. But you should know, you are the playmaker, you are the president. You are not just debating. So you should speak with authority. The voice must be strong enough to convince us that you are actually fathering us. You are not singing to us. When you are using terms, I'm a man of integrity. What's integrity?
Integrity. When I talk about integrity, it's me growing, me being honest to the people, me being decisive, not being deceiving. When I'm decisive, I can make decisions as a president, being able to control the people, because I believe my government should be a government with the people, by the people, for the people. Yes.
You see, we have brought in a lot of contentious issues. Yes. Integrity deals with something to do with the honesty, sincerity. I think things like that. That's what integrity bothers on. So you should, first of all, do a little bit of understanding of the terms you are going to use when you are talking to your people. For now, because we are starting, your mentor should go and do some homework and hope that next time you appear, you are clear. Define your terms so that we understand what you are talking about, because you can memorize. We don't want parrots. You are not going to be a parrot president. You are going to be assertive, not authoritative, but assertive president. Somebody who's going to give clear message with a punch, so that the nation is not left in doubt as to what you really want to do. Communicate effectively to your people. I'll give you a yes.
Thank you.
Before you go, actually, we have 1 to 17 questions. Can you pick one?
14.
What should be the punishment on child defilers?
Child defilers. Child defilers, these are people who are, how can I put this, that are moving out of the human logic. Why should you defile a child? That's the question. A person who's defiling a child should come about that they are punished to a year, like 10 years and above, so that they should feel the pain that the child is feeling. That child, how do we know he's going to be a president like us? That's how it is. So we're supposed to punish those people so that others should have an example on what we're going to do on that person.
Victor was asking you how you think you'd met out this punishment. You know, what should be the punishment on the child defiler?
A strong punishment, so to say. A high maximum years, maybe even life imprisonment for a child defiler.
Okay. Do you listen to a lot of rap music?
No.
You seem to you know, you sound a bit like Tupac, not because he's my favorite, but you know, you seem to be going that way.
Speak like this, straight to the point. This is how I speak.
That's how you speak.
Straight to the point.
Okay. Victor?
I'd made my position.
Yes, I think that you are exhibiting passion, and you want. It's like you are a president who wants to get things done. You can do better in terms of actually understanding what you're going to do on a particular issue. For example, she had to clarify that we were asking for what should be done to child defilers. But I'll give you a yes.
Thank you.
It's a yes from me too.
Oh, thank you. I think you're choosing the right person.
Calm down, be composed, and move with vigor.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Madam President, good morning.
Good morning.
Can we have your names?
Christine Walia Mubanga.
Madam President, what makes you feel you can make a president in this country?
I feel I can be president in this country because I'm not a corrupt person, and I feel that I can create a platform for people who feel that they are really in need, but they don't have the opportunity to express themselves. So that makes me to feel that I can be president. Though I can't manage doing all that as an individual, but I can have my representatives who can be representing me doing such things, as well as on the part of education. If most of us, the youths, like the youths are educated, youths bring in ideas of new development. And if the youths are educated, that means the country is going to develop more. And also on part of education, education is also a factor of development. So we really need to be educated. And also, like when it comes to healthy facilities, some people do not have the money to go into hospitals. So we just have to like have a lot of healthy facilities, because we see like many people dying at the UTH because there's no some other equipments. So it would be very good if like our healthy facilities improve. And also in my government, we can fight corruption. There can never be corruption in Zambia, but depending on the people, because we are different people, different thoughts. But some people, like the majority, are going to fight corruption. And I would also help the vulnerable people, because they feel as though their rights are violated, because even some infrastructure is not well built for them. So it would be good if they feel that they are just among us and that they should not feel violated or as if people do not take care of them. That should not be there. So in my government, everyone would feel at home. Everyone would feel happy about the government.
Madam President, you've just sworn in Zambia's ambassador to China. What advice do you have for him?
I'll just encourage him to just do the right things that he's supposed to do when he goes there, and not to admire the technologies that that country has. But he should just be focused and know what he's doing, and that he should know that he's there to represent us Zambians.
You should not admire the technology.
No,
like that.
like maybe he sees technologies that are not here in Zambia. He should not spend his time to start admiring them, but he should just know that he's there for a particular reason, and then he should represent us Zambians in a rightful way.
Don't you think he should then ensure that that technology comes to Zambia?
Yes, he just has to. He has to come, like when he comes in here, he tells us, oh, there was such a technology, and it was very helpful. So I would love that technology to be here in Zambia. Then through the help of other organizations, we can manage, and then we can also have those technologies in that country. We can also have them here in Zambia.
All right, we have some questions for you. That's 1 up to 17, so kindly choose one.
1 up to 17.
Yes.
Maybe question 10.
Question 10 reads, what are you not happy about in the country, and what would you do about it?
Education. I'm not happy about education because it's not everyone who's in school. Some are not in school because their parents cannot afford the facilities that they are supposed to. So I'm not happy about that. And so what I could do if I was president about that, I would make sure at least like the majority go in school so that they can be educated.
What of the education infrastructure? Are you very happy, Madam President? Some schools have got electricity, some schools have no desks, but you have just mentioned about the student intake.
Okay, thank you for that. So if I was president, I would make sure that there are enough desks in each class and enough textbooks, because there can never be education if they don't have books. Like there should be enough textbooks for the teachers to be teaching, enough desks so that there should be no children sitting on the floor as the teacher is there teaching.
How are you going to finance that?
Yes.
How are you going to finance it? Where are you going to get the money from?
Like I said, not just as an individual, but with the help of some other organizations that will come in. With the help of other organizations that will come in, that we can be able to finance it.
Okay. I think you know what you're talking about. You spoke with a lot of confidence. There's also need for you to do, I think, a lot of research. But overall, I think you're okay. It's a yes for me.
Yeah, Madam President, you were going all over the place with a lot. I mean, that is as a result of a lot of passion and desire to sort out a lot of things. So learn to stick to the issue at hand, yeah. But you're getting a yes from me.
You are just starting a public speaking career. I think the start is good, but you do more work so that you become a jack of all trades. Of course, a master of none. We need you to be more knowledgeable when you are addressing yourself to specific questions, even to general questions. Continue on the right path. You'll be encouraged along the way.
Okay, thank you so much for still staying with us. Our next candidate, introduce yourself.
John Perry, that's my name.
John Perry is your name. What are you looking forward to in the audition?
Just winning the same thing.
Okay, most of the people have come here, they're saying they're confident, but they can't make it. What makes it different?
Because I've got the qualities of a good leader, the honest, trust, and confidence.
Okay. All the best, John Perry.
Thank you very much.
You can go through.
Tell us your names.
My name is John Perry, and I graduated last year from high school.
Oh, grade 12.
Yeah.
Have you passed?
I haven't yet checked the results, but I'm about to.
Okay. Yeah. So why do you think you can be president?
It's because I've got good qualities. I've got qualities of a good leader that is honest, confidence, sense of humor, and I've got leadership. Yeah, I can lead.
Would you like to share a little bit more?
On the confidence part, as a leader, I need to be confident. That will make my cabinet also to be confident, because as a leader, I need to be leading by example. If I'm confident enough, even them also, my cabinet members also be confident. And if, as I say, like the sense of humor, if I'm able to handle situations properly, even also my cabinet members, my followers also be able to handle situations very much correctly. Yeah.
As president, you have just appointed an ambassador to China. What advice do you think you are going to give to your ambassador, whether he or she?
I could give my ambassador the advice that when you go there, do your work, save the nation, because our Zambian people are suffering. So if you go there, make sure that bring developmental projects in our country so that we improve Zambia, we make Zambia a better nation.
What kind of person would you employ as vice president?
I would employ a person who is trusted and a person who doesn't have any criminal record. I would also appoint a person who's more confident, somebody who loves the same job. I couldn't just appoint anyone just from the blues, but I would appoint somebody with the qualifications of being a good leader, such that when I'm out, that person will stand in my absence.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I go first? I love your confidence.
Okay.
I think you knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
You're kind of well abreast with what's happening in Zambia and what kind of people are needed in leadership.
Yeah.
And basically, I think I would give you a yes.
Thank you very much, madam.
Proceed with the next round.
Thank
You're
you.
well groomed
Thank you so much.
and confident.
Thank you.
You seem to know what you're talking about. So, yes.
Thank you so much.
The next round.
Yeah,
Did your formula work?
Yes, it did.
So what do you think you should work on?
I'm going to work on my manifesto such that in order to improve our country, just to do everything right.
Okay. Your parents are watching. What can you tell them?
I could just say thank you very much, Mom and Dad, for your prayers, and God has answered our prayers. I've made it to the next round. Continue praying for me and supporting me. God bless.
Congratulations, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's count on to our next candidate.
In the next episode of Junior President.
In the urban areas, they are doing what they are suffering, and them they are stealing money, and that money, it's not for them to steal, no. It's for the money for the nation, that we can develop the nation, that the nation can be where it is on the top level, not being on the bottom level, whereby people are stealing money, they are collapsed. So on that, we can just fire them.
Because many people think being a leader is just leading people. You can lead people to nowhere. So you need to know, where are you leading these people? Where are these people going? Where do you want to take these people?
Get a life, get a gig with Zamtel. This is everything internet dreams are made of. For only 49 kwacha, you get 7 days of 1 gigabyte data. You heard right, it's internet heaven. 49 kwacha for 1 gigabyte all week to download, upload, connect, update, share, stream, broadcast, and just, well, internet. All day, every day for 7 days. So what are you waiting for? Dial *355#. Get a life, get a gig today. Zamtel, live life today.